Red Bull pulled out all the stops for its 2 home races that helped to kickstart Formula One's 2020 season. But it failed to win either, with Mercedes in control. 6-time F1 world champion Lewis Hamilton showing the Black Power fist after dominating the second Styrian event. Both in the wet, the Brits pole lap more than 1.2 seconds up on closest rival Max Verstappen, and in the dry on Sunday, when he was again untouchable to claim his first win of the year, his first in Spielberg since 2016, and 85th overall. The 35-year-old saluting his return to form as a great step forward. "This has tended to be one of my weaker tracks," he said, "so I am over the moon to have a performance like this today. So happy." Hamilton's teammate and World Championship leader Valtteri Bottas came home second for Mercedes' first 1-2 of the season, and its 54th in F1 on the squad's 200th start. The Finn worked for it though, rising up from 4th on the grid, passing Verstappen, who had front wing damage just 4 laps from home. The Dutchman crossed the line for his first podium of the year, ahead of his teammate Alex Albon, who successfully fended off a late race attack from Racing Point's Sergio Perez, including contact at turn 4 on the penultimate lap, with the Red Bull racer narrowly avoiding being pushed into another spin. McLaren's Lando Norris had another storming drive, his 39-lap first stint the longest of anyone on the softs, which set him up to pass both Racing Points on the final lap, Perez into the final corner. But the Pink Panthers' results remain provisional, with Renault protesting the legality of their brake ducts. A situation not helped by Stroll forcing Daniel Ricciardo off track at turn 3 to pass for 7th on the final lap. The Australian, who was the last on the lead lap, labeling it a desperate move. McLaren's Carlos Sainz finished in 9th, but took an extra point for fastest lap. His race effectively compromised with a 7.2-second stop via an issue with the wheel gun on the left rear. AlphaTauri's Daniil Kvyat claimed the final point and finished 5 spots up on teammate Pierre Gasly, who shone in qualifying, but contact with Ricciardo at the first corner ruined the rear of his car. Alfa Romeo's Kimi Raikkonen was 11th after avoiding the 2 Ferraris at turn 3, ahead of the Haas drivers and his teammate Antonio Giovinazzi. The Williams drivers, led by George Russell, brought up the rear. His potential from 11th destroyed after he went off track on lap 4. There were 3 retirements, Renault again having cooling issues, this time on Esteban Ocon's car, and incredibly the 2 Ferraris, with Charles Leclerc clattering into Sebastian Vettel at turn 3 on lap 1. The ambitious Monegasque accepted the blame, his copybook blotted, with the Scuderia in crisis deep in the midfield. To the drivers' standings, and Hamilton is now just 6 points from Bottas, with Norris a strong 3rd. Verstappen is a disappointing 6th, given the Dutchman's title aspirations. Onto the constructors, and Mercedes has an ironclad lead, more than double McLaren's total. Red Bull is back up to 3rd, with Ferrari in 5th. Williams and Haas are yet to score. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.